a chat.
Fire.
Fire gonna go in there?
It's gonna get bigger.
It is gonna get bigger.
You run around the table as fast as you can.
You want me to run around the table as fast as I can? And go, and go, and go, and go, and go. I never want to cut your hair. It's so cute.
Never told me my hair is too pretty.
Too pretty?
You have no makeup.
With no makeup, no. They really tell you the truth. Good morning and welcome to a 24 hours vlog with a baby and a toddler. We've got an almost 4-month-old and a 2.5-year-old. Every day we are woken at 5:30. 5:30. There's so many birds in our garden and they just start singing probably at like 5 or whatever, but yeah, my babies rarely make it to 6 a.m. It's now 6 a.m. already. We've had like morning cuddles and stuff and there's been a grand total already of 4 nappies since 5:30. If you're a parent, you understand the pain of when they wait for a fresh nappy to do a shite. So far we have done the morning breastfeed. Thomas, my husband, doesn't have to leave for work for a few hours, so he's in giving our boy, our toddler, his breakfast. Baby girl is on her playmat. This is so sad. It's such a like parent of a baby thing, but one of the first things I do every single morning is check my sleep score and to see how I slept. I use a Fitbit to track my sleep, but like this is not bad, guys. My sleep is not that bad. All the little red windows you're seeing there, they're like little blips when I'm awake, but like I'm consistently getting my 6.5 to 8 hours recommended sleep a night. And here are all my best tips. So you need the bedtime routine, you know, the books, the bath, whatever it is. Consistent bedtime, blackout curtains and or blackout blinds. We use both. I could not be without them. Also, get yourself one of these. This is a sound machine and it also has a built-in nightlight. So that's our kind of vibe, the deep white noise, but it has different types. But a big tip is use a red nightlight. Don't use like a yellow one or a blue one or whatever. Red nightlights have been shown to disrupt your sleep the least. More tips. So I do always a couple of drops of lavender oil on my pillow. You want minimal clutter in your bedroom. We co-sleep as well, so we all sleep in here together.
Hello?
Like we do, yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm looking for some boobs.
Oh, I have one of those over here. Oh. Hey. We're going through a bit of a nursing strike situation where she only likes breastfeeding lying down, and it's killing me because I have to structure my whole days around places that have somewhere for me to lie down, or I end up just staying at home a lot. Me lying down isn't even good enough at the moment. She wants the light off because she just wants to look around at everything, and she finds it like confusing when milk is being offered to her and she's like, oh, but there's so many cool things to look at. And a lot of people stop nursing babies that are around like 3-4 months old because they become really difficult to nurse just for a while. It does pass. It passed with my first. That's your hand, baby. Isn't that amazing? Look at that handy. So she'll just keep stopping and wanting to look at things, and it's just easier to give her a feed. If I turn off all the lights, she'll drain my boob in like 5 minutes. If you latch off one more time, the light's going off. Light's going off. We will continue momentarily. Feed done. Anyway, where were we? Like we did with our first, we have a bedside crib here. This one's made of real wood. It's so stunning. It was gifted from UppaBaby. We got plenty of newborn naps in here, but at night it's been a storage unit. Comment if you've been in this situation where your bedside crib is just that most amazing, ideal storage space for muslins, change of clothes in case of a blowout situation, wipes, nappies, water, phone. I just knew by my daughter very quickly that she slept much better beside me, and I love baby cuddles as well so much. So yeah, we follow the Safe Sleep 7, and of course she's still going through the 4-month sleep regression where she's like waking more regularly, but she goes back to sleep so quickly because I'm right there. She's been such a solid night sleeper from birth basically, and she went through a patch of doing like 7-hour stretches. It was crazy. Exclusively breastfed as well, on demand. But at the moment I'd say she's latching on like about 4 times a night maybe. And I don't mind because my bed game is so strong. Look, we spend 1/3 of our life in bed and we deserve to be as comfortable as humanly possible. Although I only get to really have this on my lower half while I'm sleeping beside my baby while she's still so small, for contact naps I get to enjoy a feather duvet. It's so heavy and warm and I love it so much. Fitted sheet, because nothing annoys me more than a sheet that's just like all over the place. That's the sound of Thomas's morning smoothie being made. But I have discovered my perfect mattress firmness. I am a medium firm girl. About 2 years ago I put up a video like this and I had just bought an Emma mattress. Literally used someone's discount code. We did order this big huge Super King mattress which is waiting to be unboxed upstairs. So yeah, we had no bed base, we switched to a floor bed and we were using the Emma original mattress. That bed served us so well, helped my back and neck problems. We have an Emma mattress in every room of this house. Even my son is in the middle of transferring to his own room. His own room! I just miss him so much when he's like fully in there. But yeah, he's so used to sleeping on an Emma mattress that he has the original Emma mattress, a double one, on the floor in his room. I figured it was time to upgrade and try out the premium mattress by Emma Sleep, because I've been told by other bed lovers that the motion transfer is even lower. As in, just to prove my point, I'm gonna show you with a glass of water. Hang on. Look at that. So if you sleep next to somebody who moves around a lot, you can't feel it and it's unreal. This premium mattress, I believe it has like springs as well as the foam, like memory foam, which kind of, it remembers your sleep positions. It's like your bed knows you and is expecting you when you climb into bed, and I love that. I've been getting the best sleep that I possibly could be getting with 2 small children. The best thing of all is that you can get a 200-night risk-free trial and a 10-year guarantee with this mattress. They have a huge 50% sale off right now, and you can get an extra 5% off with my code SLEEPYMM. They're my initials. It's time for breakfast because I'm starving. Okay, you're on nap duty because you get to clock off in a little while.
Mommy.
I see Thomas has been busy. He always like, yeah, he always like prepares fresh fruit and things like if I'm here on my own with the kids, you can bet like it'll be like a scrappy piece of toast for breakfast. Now that I've said toast, I want toast, so I'm gonna make a bagel. Porridge with berries would be better for sure, but I have a hankering for some marmalade because didn't we watch Paddington, baby? Remember we watched Paddington? What happened in Paddington?
Bear.
Bears. My son has become so much better at playing by himself, like independent play. It really, really helps when your toddler will play independently if you've got a baby. I think before I had her, like he expected me to be always like playing with him. And obviously he'd still prefer if I did, and he'll still ask, but if I can't or if I'm busy, like he's just adapted. There was a few difficult weeks where I definitely think, you know, he felt jealous and stuff. I'll try and talk a little bit later in the video about like toddler parenting. Obviously everyone does these things differently, but I do get asked like a lot about how like we would handle certain situations. But yeah, you just gotta be patient with, because an adjustment to a new sibling is massive for them. The way his jealousy manifested, like he was never nasty to the baby. He was always so sweet to her. He still is. Like he kisses her, he says, I love the baby. Like he's an amazing brother. It came out more at us.
Mommy, I want a drink of water there.
You want a drink of water? That's okay. Do you want some of the lemon water?
No.
I didn't know what to expect. Like you hear all these stories of people saying like their eldest was like throwing things at the baby. Oh, Strepsils for my sore throat. Thanks, baby. He and I can have full-blown conversations now, though. It's amazing when they start talking. But like he's 2.5 and he'll ask, you know, if I say, if he sees a dead fly and I'm like, that fly is dead, he'll be like, what is dead? What is old? Like I did not think that stage was until they're like 4. He loves making up a song. This is a very random breakfast. Watermelon wouldn't be my #1 choice, but this little man wanted us to buy a watermelon because he wanted to crush it. Apparently, he saw Blippi or someone doing that. I might be on my own here, but I don't really mind Blippi that much. Are you even a toddler parent in 2023 if you don't have to watch Miss Rachel or Blippi sometimes? This is marmalade, like in Paddington. It's a bit like honey. It's very sweet, and it's got butter and marmalade. I'll scrape up some. A bit too much there. Now, taste that. That's marmalade.
Like oranges.
Yeah, tastes like oranges.
It's marmalade.
Marmalade, like in Paddington.
And the ground is shaking.
Yeah, the ground was shaking in Paddington because there was an earthquake.
And the black bear is there.
The black bear was there, yes. What colour was his hat?
Red.
Red, yeah.
I'm licking the marmalade.
You're licking the marmalade? There's more on that. Is that nice?
It's orange.
It's orange, yeah. Getting them to try new foods. Like I always just try and make sure there's no pressure and just to try and make it relaxing and fun. It's no big deal if he doesn't like it. If I want him to try peas, which he hasn't yet, I'll put them beside like pasta or mashed potato, chips, something that he does eat. And I'll just keep doing it until he eventually tries it, because he does eventually try things. Little Stinky Feet's just had a 2-hour nap. With Daddy. With Daddy.
She'll sleep so long if one of us are next to her. But if she's on her own, it'll be like half an hour at most.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Careful with the glass of water.
I just do my nappy trick of sticking the new nappy under the old nappy.
There's a bear inside! Upstairs, into the bedroom, into the bed and under the covers.
We're gonna all stay on our Emma mattress. Whee! My 2 babies sitting up and back down. This poor baby Bjorn bouncer has been bent all sorts of ways. It's gone through 3 babies. Our 2 babies and another baby in the family, but it's so handy for when you're just tidying because she can actually bounce herself in there by just like kicking her legs. So you do a little bit more gently. Look, you get 1 finger and you just do it like that. Just 1 finger, just very gentle. That's as much as you can do, just very gentle, because if she bounces too hard, she's only a teeny baby. She doesn't need to bounce a lot. Okay.
Once she gets bigger, then she's gonna get big.
Then she can do bigger bounces. Yeah, but right now, just 1 finger. And if you do any bigger bounces than that, I'll have to move you away.
And she's a heavy baby.
She is a heavy baby. All day the kitchen is just, you know, it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle, isn't it? It never ends.
Roller coaster of love.
I don't know, it's something to do with a cycle.
You helping? You can get the plastic ones. Look, you can get that one. They didn't dry properly.
Yeah, but they're only finished there.
You've thrown all these pillows.
Ooh.
Time for feed number 2, which means back to the cave. The hand coordination is stunning, I must say. Something that I really think helps with avoiding tantrums is offering choices for toddlers. So like, he has a whole thing about clothes right now and wanting to pick his own clothes, so I'll always give him 3 at least acceptable options, and then at least he feels in control and it doesn't lead to a big like, I don't want to wear that, and you know, I'll always try and compromise as well. But obviously, like, if it's raining, he's wearing a coat.
The grey ones.
Yeah, you want them?
Yeah.
They're very fun to play with at this age.
Well, I'm gonna eat you.
Oh no! Please!
The big bad mouse is coming.
Oh no! Oh, here comes the big bad mouse. What am I supposed to do? I thought you were my friend, big bad mouse. Oh no, he's coming after me. Get inside my house. Now you'll never find me in here.
I'm just sitting with my little love while she's giving me loads of smiles, I'm having a little snack because breastfeeding makes me ridiculously hungry. I've lost no weight. Do you know the way everyone says that because breastfeeding burns so much calories, you're gonna like lose weight? I've just been eating extra. Like, she's gained over 8 pounds in 4 months. So she's like over 18 pounds. She's so heavy. And she's gained that from me because it's been all breast milk. I've not lost 8 pounds. I've probably eaten just 8 pounds worth extra of food. I'm gonna do a little workout in a while my toddler is napping. I've started using the Co-Pilot app again, which is like, oh, just so helpful. I was using it after my first baby and it whipped me into shape. It's like just an app where you have like a personal trainer and they work around, you know, your schedule and what equipment you do and don't have, like whether or not you have gym access. I don't know when I'll see the inside of a gym again, and I don't even mind because these children are delightful. Well, I do mind. It'd be nice to have a bit of best of both worlds, but you know, one thing at a time, my love. But yeah, I'm really not feeling comfortable in my skin at the moment, and I really miss being strong, really miss being fit. The plan was to go for a walk this morning. We've got our lovely, amazing double buggy. I will link our double buggy below, by the way. It's on screen here, but it's just like the king of double buggies, and it's beautiful, and we've had so many compliments on it. But Irish spring weather is so hormonal. Like, it's just been raining so much on and off. Are you getting tired already? You've only been up an hour. Do you want to do tummy time? She's so good at doing tummy time. Like, my son was not a fan, but she is unreal. I do have one of these pillows that you like prop them on, but I find that she actually prefers being belly to ground. Anyway, I'm probably going to have to bring her for her second nap. She's currently on about 4 to 5 naps a day. It depends on the day, but all babies are different. Like, I don't like going by those strict routines or anything. The way we get our babies to sleep is either by just singing and pacing and rocking around in the dark room, or nursing to sleep, and just leave the video baby monitor with her, which we didn't implement that with my son until he was way older, and it's so helpful in like getting away. But as my husband said earlier, like, she'll only stay asleep a while if she's on her own. So sometimes my trick is to like sneak in, semi-wake her by just like brushing her face or something. And then she falls right back asleep because she's like, oh, someone's there. And then I go off. It really works. I feel like these like sensory videos on YouTube really encourage tummy time. They're just like, you know, high contrast little videos for babies. And I started showing my son these when he was around her age, like a couple months. And did him no harm. But I would just use it for like, you know, 5 minutes here or there, just to kind of get her used to building up the arm strength, the neck strength. Somebody hurt me today. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive. I find this kind of motion works a bit better than just, you know, like this. Remember to let her into your heart. One sleeping baby. I am not very good at keeping clothes organized. I know what's in each drawer and stuff, but I just kind of shove stuff in because, sure, it's baby girls. It doesn't need to be folded. I don't understand why people keep things so insanely perfectly tidy and ironed and yeah, nice and clean. I only change their clothes if like they're dirty or whatever. So like, I didn't change her when she woke up because I just put a fresh one on her before bed, and yeah, I changed it because it got a bit dribbly.
Bye bye.
Say see you later, daddy. It's so weird that you've been here for like 6 hours and normally you're gone for days.
I know, I had to explain it to baby number 1 there a second ago because he was like, oh, daddy's going to work. I was like, no, I'm not going for days. I'm only going
yeah,
back tonight.
Yeah, our toddler's so used to Thomas being gone for 3 nights at a time.
I'll see you later, right? I'll see you later. Oh, it is a big kiss.
Oh, big kiss. Oh.
Bye-bye, Daddy.
I'll see you this evening.
Yeah.
I love you. It's nap time, mister. Is that nice? Thank you.
No!
nappy time.
No.
Sing the nappy song. Sing. Nappy, 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 nappy. So we're going to read a book and have cuddles to go to sleep while I feed baby. And usually that works where it's like a sandwich and I'm in the middle. Then myself and baby escape. It's really handy when their naps line up and I can kind of just lie between them and catch up on messages and emails, or like just scroll or read, whatever. Just have a bit of relaxation, but today's not one of those days. Good night, clocks. Good night. Socks. Socks. Doing my stretches now, but this is brilliant because my trainer just does like really short little workouts for me on this, and she's well able to keep herself entertained long enough for me to get through one of these. We have a guest of honor. It's bank holiday, so Dad's back from his excursions last night.
Excursion to the pub.
My plan was to shower while she was in her bouncer, but she's been just acting like she wants to nap even though she won't nap. I think she's teething as well. She's just dribbling everywhere. You think she's really like me as a baby?
Yeah, when you were that age.
She does look very like me as a baby, and she's so smiley. Like everyone always says it about her. Even if she's absolutely exhausted, she has a smile, and she smiles with her eyes, like it's a full face smile. She's so quiet. And isn't she massive?
She's very long, yeah.
When the public health nurse measured her, she was the basically top of the chart for length, so she couldn't really be any bigger.
Weight.
And weight is like, oh, she's just, I don't know why I make monster babies.
Look at the camera.
No, don't look at the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sleepy? Will we go for another walk around the house?
Hello. I know.
I love seeing you with them, and like Thomas's parents as well. But it's mad because our first baby grew up around Thomas's parents every day because we lived with them during the pandemic, and Dad missed a lot of that. So it's cool that you're getting to be around her while she's a baby and kind of seeing her grow. And like, do you remember the nights when she was just born and we'd be pacing around here with her for the witching hour? It does go by so fast though, because when I think back to her being like a couple weeks old, the routine has changed so much. Like, she was small enough to just sleep on my chest. I really miss when she could just, do you remember she just
was hard at the start.
Yeah, she was quite tough in the first few weeks. She had a really big struggle with breastfeeding, like, and kind of wind. I was having to give her Infocol before all of her feeds, and that really helped with the wind passing and stuff. But just, I think it was just like oversupply. My supply adjusted for her, and since then she's been very quiet. But yeah, she has some pair of lungs. Like, if she actually does cry, like when she was crying when she was a newborn,
she either cries or she goes
yeah. Actually, I got her this. It's one of the Sophie giraffe teething rings, and she does really like that, but she's not big enough yet to like hold it in her own mouth, so I have to just sit there like with it shoved in her mouth. That wall looks awful plain and sad over there. We have to get hanging pictures. It's been a year. Dad's house is going to be built actually within the next few months. That's all the planning permission came through. I don't know if I ever even mentioned that we got the planning. We make jokes that my son is gonna like end up just being like, I'm going into granddad's, and just storm off on us. You know, when he gets to that age where he prefers his grandparents over us. Well, he already does prefer you and his other, he just loves his grandparents. I hear little feet coming. Who's home? Look.
hello.
Who's that?
Come here.
Granddad! No matter how your heart is feeling, if you keep on believing, dream is a wish that will come true. So, which one do you want for lunch and which one do you want for dinner? This is lentil pasta with peas and sauce. This one is sweet potatoes and we can mash in some peanut butter or something. Which one? Which one for lunch? This for lunch?
Yeah.
So she's been chewing my arm for the last 20 minutes and yeah, she's shouting up a storm. My dad has brought my toddler to the beach. It's after getting so nice and warm outside. But we have to fit in making dinner, bath time, another nap for this girl, hopefully, if she plays ball. And I'm still rotten in my same clothes I woke up in. Love that for me. Baby's in my answer and we're gonna have a mommy-daughter bath because she no longer fits in her baby bath. She is enormous, aren't you? I'm gonna very quickly wash my hair before I bring her in with the LA Sensitive Care Baby Sensitive Shampoo with chamomile. Because then that won't matter if this is like in the bath water, you know? I've put in some baby bubbles. Her skin is not as sensitive as my son's was at all. Thank God, because we could only use La Roche-Posay with him. Yeah. I'll have to give my son a bath as well when he gets back from the beach. But we have solar panels on our bungalow and they are a godsend. Like there's a whole tank of piping hot water. And if we don't use it, it's gone. So baths it is. Are you actually doing poo right now? I'm gonna get it. We've got a strategically placed bottle. Crisis has been averted, so changed the nappy, added some cold water. I'm now going to try and get the last of her cradle cap off. Baby girl had a massage with some coconut oil, which she absolutely loves, and I am in nice, fresh, clean, but very creased pajamas, and she is in her brother's old baby girl because reduce, reuse, recycle. She's been refusing to nap for a while and she does not want to be put down at the moment. Like, I can put her down and she won't cry, but she's kind of like, I think she's teething. I can't find the fucking teething gel anywhere. It's always the way. I haven't even done my skincare yet, guys. Like, today is not a makeup day. Can you tell? Do you want to go on the bouncer for a second, lovey? Oh, that's nice. I'm just gonna really quickly wash my face. Keeping it really simple today. CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser and a Cicaplast Balm B5. Actually, I haven't used this in a couple of days, but I've started using this. It's the Vichy Lift Active Retinol Specialist Serum. I haven't used retinol in ages, obviously because I was pregnant. I very much trust Caroline Hirons, and she had a dermatologist on with her who was talking about retinol being fine for use in breastfeeding, and like that's not a super strong retinol, but when I'm breastfeeding I feel like it ages me so much. I just feel so like a husk and saggy, and now that baby is a lot easier than she was when she was a newborn, and she doesn't require so much of my soul. I'm trying to just add in little things like the little mini workout earlier. Like, I'm trying to look after myself a bit better. Look at you, you're watching everything. It's so funny, right? So she's in a mental leap right now, and she's actually at like my hairs are stuck in my ring. My hair is falling out like mad. She's actually at the worst part of her mental leap. The Wonder Weeks app is what I always use. It was always so bang on with my first baby, and with this little one, it's really funny because like it's very obvious when she's in a leap. Me and Thomas say, oh, she's so leapy, you know, like there's just something going on behind the eyes, like they're realizing things that they never noticed before, and they're just fascinated by everything and paying attention to everything. Like right now she's just watching everything with such like, you know, like it's so cute. But anyway, with my son I used to like dread when a mental leap was coming on. And I felt like he was like Jekyll and Hyde, you know, like it was such a massive transformation in his personality. But with her, it's not so much. And that is all we're gonna get to do. Now I'm running my toddler's bath. He's home, he's chosen his jammies. We've got everything laid out so that it's easy to get him ready once he's finished. We were just having a bit of a chat about potty training because it's gonna have to happen soon. And I just have no idea how to even start. Like, if you've done that, comment your tips. So I've had a request for a pre-dinner snack of peppers. So we want to chop the peppers, don't we? I've handed him a butter knife because it doesn't have a sharp edge. He likes to pretend he's helping mommy, don't you? Don't think that's sharp enough. Oh wait, maybe a little bit. You did it! Look at this one! Now which one are you gonna taste? I'm gonna have a yellow one. Mmm. How about you?
Mommy, eat them all.
You want me to eat them all? Yeah. So you didn't even want them as a snack?
No.
You just wanted to cut them?
Yeah.
Oh, I see, I see.
I see it, I see it.
Carry you home. Come on, we have to put all these away.
Come on.
Ah. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Ah. Wait, you don't go in there. You're a soft toy.
Supposed to be. You'll figure that out.
So this is our ritual. We make HelloFresh together on our chopping board, and this little man loves unpacking all the ingredients. So what do we have today, mister? Rocket.
A cucumber.
Is that a cucumber or is it a courgette?
A cucumber.
I think it's a courgette, but it's like a cucumber. Yeah, very like a cucumber. Sauce. The first thing we have to do is turn on the oven, and then we have to chop up the courgette into circles. So it's like 7 now. I've baby on the monitor, still fast asleep. Toddler's in watching Disney Plus with Granddad. I'm getting everything ready for bedtime. So like, I've done my teeth, filled up this water bottle. I drink so much water during the night. Sometimes I even have to fill this up because of the nighttime feeds. And yeah, so I'm not going to be taking out my camera to record feeds during the night because that is massive. I forgot to say that when I was giving my sleep tips at the start of the video. When your baby's waking up to feed, don't look at the time. By all means, track your sleep on like a Fitbit or something, but don't actually look at a phone or your watch, just because I think when you're aware of it, you just come out of your sleep more. Even the blue light as well, like, messes with you. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep with them. So we kind of start bedtime routine in about half an hour, so like 7:30. Usually sleep by 8 or a little bit after that, and I have to go to bed at that time or I just can't. I can't cope. Like, but yeah, the reason I've come into my office is because I wanted to have a little parenting chat. And if you want a whole video on this kind of stuff, please comment down below. Certain things I do as a parent you've probably picked up on just from watching this, like just stuff like I always repeat what my son says when he says something, or if he tries to say something, I'll say it correctly. And that has helped him to learn how to talk so well. So if you're having a kid and they've got a speech delay, if that's not something you're already doing, implement that. Like, every time they even attempt a word, just say the proper full pronunciation. Like, if they get pronouns wrong or anything like that, repeat them all the time and repeat them correctly, and then they eventually start saying it right. Other things that I do a lot is like redirection, like distraction. If he's kind of gearing up to start a tantrum, I included one example in this video of when we were about to go for the nap and he didn't want to get his nappy changed, I like turned it into something funny and he started laughing and then he was very happy to go for a nap. Stuff like that I do all the time. Want to first say here, I'm not perfect and I do lose the head sometimes and raise my voice, and I do think every parent does that. And I think the fact that parents all over the entire world just naturally do that, like there must be a reason for it and place for that. Boundaries and rules are quite important to me. I do believe that they alleviate anxiety in kids, because kids, like, they don't have a clue about anything. Like, they need to know what is and isn't okay and stuff. And I do try and keep raising my voice for stuff that's dangerous, or, you know, if he's going to run out into a road, or if he's going to do something that's going to hurt the baby. I very much have limits around behaviour that I deem inappropriate, like, you know, throwing food all over the place or whatever, because I want my children to thrive in the society that they're going out into. And a friend of mine is a teacher, and she said to me that in primary schools, what she's observed is that the most popular children are the children who are really good and are really fun to play with, and they share. I do still think I practice attachment parenting. I'm very big, obviously, on physical touch and affection and closeness with my kids, like, but attachment parenting is a subset of authoritative parenting. Am I saying that right? That is a parenting style that's all about sensitivity to your child and warmth and stuff, but the setting of limits is very big part of that. When I talk about discipline, I'm not talking about smacking and punishments. I'm very big into positive discipline, and it really works. It really motivates my son to make good choices. I redirect him toward behavior that I want to see. So when he does something that I want to see him repeat, I shower him with positive attention, like praise. You know, if I, like, when we're going to bed, I always say, repeat loads of things like, I love hearing you sing so much, and I love when you help me, and I love when you're gentle to your little sister, it's so lovely. I just say all these things to him, and I focus a lot less on when he does things I don't want to see, but I don't ignore them. Like, I monitor him, I guide his behavior, because I really want to instill in him self-control and respect, responsibility, things that really work for me. So I like to try and think like a toddler. That definitely isn't going to be easy for everyone or come naturally to most people, but it really works for me, seeing the situation through his eyes. And yeah, like, if I'm having to have a difficult conversation with him about something he's done, I get eye level with him, I keep a firm tone, and I'll try and teach him. So I'll try and teach him the reasons I don't want him to do something, like it's gonna hurt someone or make someone very sad, in language that he can understand. And I do, yeah, like I shared about giving them choices to help them feel more in control, but other things are like knowing his triggers and prevention. So like just preventing certain scenarios from happening in the first place, giving him time to prepare. So if like a nap is coming up, if end of playtime is coming up, something like that, I'll give way more time than what I think he needs. I'm not going to say, we're going to bed now in 1 minute. I'll pop my head in while he's playing and I'll say, do you want to play for another while? And then he'll say yes, and I'll say okay, so there's 20 minutes before bed, so I'll come in and remind you in a few minutes. And by the time it comes to bedtime, then he's like excited to go to bed. But yeah, this parenting shit, I do think I'm doing a really good job. I think my son is amazing, and I think my little girl's gonna be just as amazing. And in life, I don't often like genuinely feel really confident in my abilities in certain things. Like I'm always doubting myself or getting imposter syndrome or whatever. But with parenting, stuff like I'm really proud of myself, and I just love this phase. It's going to be finished like that, and I can feel it already. It's just passing me by. And so I'm trying to just soak up all the little moments, like during the night with my daughter, cuddling her. Sometimes if I have to go to the toilet, she'll kind of waken up and she'll be fussing and stuff, and I'll just get back into bed and like touch my face to her forehead, and she just goes back asleep and doesn't even need my nipple in her mouth. It's amazing. It's just so beautiful. Moments like that are so beautiful. And there will be a day when we are in this house and it feels a whole lot more empty, and we've all the time in the world to look great and go on our holidays and have a very clean, perfect house and just all the rest. And I know I will be pining after this, even though when you're in it, it feels so hard and it's so monotonous and at times very boring and at times very testing. But it's just the best thing. It's the best thing living for children. Like, I exist for them right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go, we're gonna go to bed. God, I need bed. You're pulling out my hair.
Yeah.
Hey, don't pull out my hair. I suppose this is maybe postpartum hair loss fun. We have to sneak in. You turn off that light. Night night haul. Night night noises everywhere. Now we're gonna sneak in so we don't wake up the baby. We'll do shadow puppets, okay? So you lie over there. This is how you know a baby is asleep. And now we are going to do shadow puppets. I'm a baby, huh?